Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through some copy that actually got my client 10 calls in the first week of running this. This is copy which is pretty straightforward. It doesn't require a genius to work this out, but if you just understand some basic things, some fundamentals, and you get those right, then you'll be able to replicate the kind of success that we've had. So before I get started, I just want to say my voice might be a little bit off today, simply because I'm pretty sick still. But yeah. I just want to dive into this. So what you'll see, we've got a 4-step sequence here. So 4 different emails, right? And I'm actually going to show you the structure of these, and then I'm going to show you the exact emails that we are sending at the moment, which has got these appointments, right? So first of all, what you'll notice here, if you haven't used Instantly or Smart Lead, you might not be familiar with this, but these little curly brackets that we have here, the ones where there's just one, this is what we call the Spintax feature. And so let's say we send 1,000 emails, for example, what it's going to mean is that a third of them are going to say, hey, a third of them are going to say hi, and the last third are going to say hello. Same here with this, I hope you're well, how's it going, how are you? What we're doing here is we're breaking this up. So now instead of just every email says, hey, John, I hope you're doing well, all of them now have a little bit different, a different first line. So we have 9 different variables here. So there's no way of getting caught out by this. It's a lot less volume, for example. So a lot of these email providers aren't going to see the same first line again and again and again. It just means that we have a higher deliverability. So that's why we do it in this way. Now, the next part about this is we want to create a line here, which almost as if it could be personalized, but it just isn't, right? And so we can say something which is very, very believable, and we want them to think that someone has directed us to them. So someone has either sent them their Facebook page, someone has told them about them, right? Or maybe they got invited to like the Facebook page. You can do something where a lot of companies will do this. So for example, if you're reaching out to home improvement companies, you can say that, you know, I got a notification, I was invited to like your page, right? This is something which a lot of companies do all the time. People can invite other people to like the page. And so it's a believable excuse of why you're actually reaching out. And so someone did this, or you did this to me about your company. And so this is why I'm reaching out. We want some kind of reason why we're doing this, okay? And so now we're going to talk about why we're actually reaching out. And we literally just state the offer. We just say, I am reaching out because we help X do X in X amount of time. And when we're, I mean, this is not a video about the offer, but when we're focusing on the offer, we just focus on what we're actually giving to them, which is not the service. It's not Facebook ads. It's not Google ads. It's not social media management. It's not short form content. What we're giving them is more leads, more business, more money in their back pocket. That's what 99% of marketing agencies are looking to do. And so that's what we're going to focus on. And I'll show you basically what this looks like in a second. And so once we've given the offer, then we want to give some kind of social proof. We want to just casually walk into this and we say, we've actually done this for X amount of companies, including X company based in wherever, right? And then we also did this for this company based there, and they got this result, right? And then we also say this for another company. And so we just want to stack in social proof here. I think no more than 3, to be honest with you, because you don't want to put like a whole long list in here. This email really should be less than about 125 words, maybe less than 150, something like that, because if it's too long, people just aren't going to read it. And the most important thing, of course, is the call to action, which we want a lot of people to read. If they stop reading around here, then they're just never going to read the call to action. And so the call to action, most people will say, shall we book a call? Do you want to book a call? You know, would you be against booking a call? This is something which works in a lot of cases, but in some cases it just doesn't make sense. And so if we're just saying that someone has, you know, told me about you, I've come across your Facebook page, or I got invited to like your Facebook page, and so I thought I'd reach out here, right? Something like that. We don't want to just turn around and say, shall we just jump on a call? Because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But what we can say is, would you like some more information? Or can I tell you more about this? Something like that. And so what we're doing here now is getting them to ask more information. And oftentimes people would reply and say, yes, please tell me more. And so then when they say, please tell me more, then you go into a bit more details and you say, actually, do you want to just set up a quick call and we can go through this? And so that's how we get the calls in. And so we don't just come in straight away like, shall we have a call? 90% of your leads anyway, you know, your bookings that you get won't just come and say, yes, let's have a call. They'll have some kind of question initially. So just going in for a call straight away just can turn a lot of people off. So basically, if you have a call to action that just isn't booking a call, it works pretty well. And so what I'm actually going to do, let me just show you. Now I'll show you the next email. So if I just remove this, the next email again is we're doing the same thing here. We're doing a different sort of compliment, a different question that we have here. And then we're just giving more social proof. And oftentimes this can be the same social proof as this, just worded in a different way. It can be the same businesses, because I know a lot of people don't have, you know, at least 4 case studies that they want to talk about specifically to their niche. And so All we're doing here again is we're basically just saying, social proof, I'd love to do the same for you. Mind if I send some more info, right? So this is just a soft call to action. I should have actually put this in some kind of brackets, but this is exactly what we would send. And then you'll never guess what, the next email that we send, the third one, is going to be exactly the same. So it's more social proof, right? We're just doing it here. And then it's another call to action that isn't the booking. And so every single time when you send one of these emails, if you just say, did you see my email, or you just reiterate the offer or something like that, what's going to start to happen is people will see that and it doesn't catch their eye because they've kind of forgotten what you sent originally. Maybe they haven't actually scrolled down the email chain to see what you originally said. And so we just want to hit them with more social proof. Each of those emails really has to give some kind of value or it needs to catch their eye, because if the third one doesn't, right, maybe they won't see the first, maybe they won't see the second. And so now you have this whole email chain that's going to be pretty much ignored because you didn't actually, catch their eye in that third one. And maybe if they saw the information from the first one, or expanded on that information from the first one, maybe that would catch their eye. And so, by the way, if you don't have enough social proof for this, because obviously it looks like quite a lot of social proof, you can either just reuse ones that you have. So you can talk about, we helped a company based in New York, and then you can name the company in the next email, something like that, or the other way around. Or you can just talk about your offer. You can say, instead of social proof, you can say, we're actually doing this at the moment. We're actually working for free until we give our clients this. That's how confident we are. We're actually, whatever your offer is, right? So just focus in more on the offer. And then you'll never guess what, the fourth email as well is exactly like this. Now, the way that this works in terms of actually what the actual emails look like is I'll show you right here. And so basically, first email. So now what we're talking about here is, exactly what I just said, to be honest with you. I recommended to like a company's Facebook page, so I thought I'd reach out here. And then we talk about what we do. We help home improvement companies to get an extra 50 leads each month, right? We're not talking about Facebook ads. We're not talking about, what specifically we're doing here. We're saying that we're going to get them onto the first page of Google. Now, the reason that we're saying this is because in home improvement, a lot of guys are always talking about, I want to get to the first page of Google. I want to be on page 1, whatever it may be, right? So this is why we're talking about it. If, for example, we're going to say, we wouldn't say we do SEO, we do, whatever it may be, social media management, we do, blog post building or whatever it is that gets them onto the first page of Google, right? We're not talking about that. We're saying how we get the leads, which is basically the first page of Google, using a few proven strategies. Now, this here, we don't even need to include this, to be honest with you, this few proven strategies. But we're just trying to create some kind of, they believe us because obviously we have the case studies and they want to know exactly how this works. And so the reason they're going to jump on the call is to understand how it works. And then of course we can, put them through our sales funnel and we can ask them the questions that we want and we can really get the information and find out if they're a good fit, right? But once we've done that, the next part is then to just go through social proof. And so I always like to say how many companies they've worked with. So this is a really big client of ours. So they have almost 1,000 businesses. And then we would actually mention the client's name, including clients who got, 61 leads in 1 month by working with us. We also recently helped a client to land 36 leads in the first week alone. And then sometimes we like to drop in as well the actual location, right? So this is obviously really cool. If you're in a really small niche or industry, it makes sense to drop the business name and drop the person that you worked with. So you might say, I worked with, John Smith from whatever it was. And people will recognize those names, especially if they're in a small industry, because obviously they might be in networking events or things like that. And so your niche will know each other. And so if you have 1,000 people that you're sending this to, and that person in the niche has got, maybe 10% of people that actually know them, which is pretty low, to be honest. There's a lot of people that have 50% or more. And then you go and send this to them. Every single person who sees that and knows this person will then associate your business with that person, right? And so they will actually automatically think that you know what you're doing. You have a lot of social proof. This is actually someone who's not just a time waster. They're pretty legit, right? So they're going to check you out. And then the soft call to action here is, would you mind if I just send over some more info? Pretty straightforward. Next one. So again, we are just reiterating more case studies in a sense. So I just wanted to reach out because we recently helped a client to secure over 200 new leads in a few months, resulting in a 500% increase in leads. And obviously, a lot of the times, if you're going to mention your social proof, you can do it in a way so it sort of exaggerates the numbers a little bit, right? And so if you're dealing with a customer, for example, where you've given them, they've gone from 10 leads a month to 30 leads a month, right? That's a pretty big increase in terms of percentages, but in terms of numbers, it's not really that much, right? So instead of saying we give them 30 leads a month, we can talk about the percentage of that, right? And if we have got a lot of leads in there, then we can talk about the numbers as well. And so this one has both, so that's why both have been included. But if you'll get generated like 100 plus leads for all your business, for your clients, then you should mention 100 plus leads, right? So it makes a lot of sense for them to actually see that, because they resonate with that a lot more. And so third email, again, this one's kind of long, to be honest with you. But again, we're not mentioning the name of the client here. Kitchen and bathroom designer, which gave me a 10x return on their marketing spend with us. It's a simple process that we can replicate with company names. So again, dropping them, is it okay if I send more info? And so we kind of blasted the send more info one on here. And a lot of these emails haven't even got to the fourth one, to be honest. This is just from the back of the first and the second one, because it's only been a week. And then the fourth one, again, pretty straightforward. We're reiterating the clients, the actual business as well, in case they don't know who they are. I think the client's name doesn't sound like a residential development business, so maybe they think it's not relevant to them. But we got into the first page of Google, which meant they received 20% more increase in the number of people visiting their site and becoming new leads, right? And so this is obviously really key, again, because we're talking about the offer, talking about what we actually give them. We know that home improvement companies want to be on the first page, so we're saying it again in that fourth email. So we are just reiterating this, and we're just hitting them with social proof, just again and again and again. This is what we do. This is how we've done it so many times. This is a company that's exactly like you. We think that you're similar to this, and if you just hit people with social proof again and again and again, eventually they're going to think that this is the right fit for them. This is a company that can actually help me, because they've helped so many other people. And social proof is just so powerful. And that's basically what we're doing here. But yeah, that's how it works. Put it into your business and it'll probably work too. Cheers.